Okay, this should be a video on how to break a walnut with your hands rather than a nutcracker or another walnut. Because sometimes you just have the one. No, because it's more fun this way, honestly. Um, so, I haven't done this in a while, but if you do it regularly, I at least, form a bit of a callus right here, but it doesn't really hurt unless you do it a lot. So yeah, um, you take the wider side and you make that face the proximal edge of your palm, and do it symmetrically. I tend to put my fingers together. I don't know if that's necessary, but it helps with the space. And then if you crack it just right, you can kind of, you don't want to crush it, obviously, because then it's not as fun. And that's part of why I don't like to use a nutcracker, because I tend to go overboard. So I got it in half. Sometimes you can actually break the shell, and then you can pull the whole walnut inside out in one piece, but in this case I got into two. If you can see that. And then now I usually just kind of rip apart the shell at this point, and I just, I got a big enough piece. This is in two pieces in here, which means it's probably in two pieces over here. Actually, it looks like the other half is intact still. Um, if I upload this, people are going to hate me because I put it in portrait mode, and I didn't think to film it in landscape. It also tastes better because you feel an ounce of pride. I like to rip this little piece. And I feel like the more you keep intact, the cooler you are. Or maybe I'm just an idiot. So that was it. I get to watch me struggle. Here we go. If you want to do it again. Obviously, sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. If you do it a lot, you tend to get a feel for which ones are easier to crack open. There, I just kind of screwed that up. At some point, you just kind of want to rip it in half if you can't get it right. So, yeah. I have tried this with pecans, pecans, whatever you want to call them. That's next to impossible. Maybe if I was stronger. I couldn't do it with almonds. Trying to think if there's something else I could do this with. Probably just going to cut off this part.